G20 and how I got pulled over at like 3 a.m. by like 4 cop cars. If anyone doesn't know what the G20 is, it's when a whole bunch of political leaders get together and talk about world stuff in different places. This was like, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. Someone's fire alarm is going off. So it was during the MMVAs. Me and my friend and my roommate at the time had decided to go to the MMVAs, as we did every year. Wearing like normal, casual clothes. It's all outside. If anyone doesn't know what MMVAs are, it's basically the Much Music Video Awards. People are performing. There's lots of bands, whatever. So we go down. We're like, it's like packed, like jam packed. We are walking around. We watched all the bands that we wanted to. I had found out, I think that like the night before, of where some of the after parties were, and my friend at the time was still my friend. He was the manager of a band that was very well known, and they were having this after party, so we wanted to go there. So we went from central downtown back up north a bit to the eastern part of downtown to my brother's house. We got changed in my car into like a more, I think it was like a dressier event. So we got dressed up, put makeup on, whatever, caught the streetcar and went from the eastern part of downtown to the western part of downtown, which if you're from Toronto was a Little Italy area. Wow. Okay. So the Little Italy area of downtown Toronto. We go there, we meet up, we're having a good time, everything's good, midnight passes, 1 a.m. passes, I think it was like 2 a.m., the bar's closing, and I was like, shit, this sucks, I got me, my best friend, and my roommate, and my other really good friend, and he was the manager of this band, tour manager of this band. I don't think they all came out. I think it was like 1 or 2 of them came out, and for whatever reason, like ditched him. The one guy ditched him anyway. Ditched him, left, went home, I don't know. I think he went home. So it was me and my best friend, my roommate, and my friend, and he was like calling him and texting him. He was like, where are you? I guess he'd gone home, so he's like, that's cool, whatever. Like, I'll take a taxi. I was like, no. Come home with me. I will take you home. So we are in the western part of downtown Toronto. My brother lives on the eastern part of downtown Toronto, and I didn't know this at the time, but I was going to be driving to Mississauga, which is like west of Toronto. Kind of far. I didn't realize how far it was, but anyway. So 4 of us like pile into a taxi. I believe my roommate was in the front. And me, my friend, and my best friend were all in the back. And they were kind of drunk, so I believe I was on the passenger side. My friend was like on the ground, like on the floor or whatever, and my other friend was here. So we took a taxi from Little Italy back to my brother's house on the east side, which was like, I don't know, half an hour, whatever. The taxi driver was super pissed because we were so loud. Whatever. Anyway, took a taxi, got back to my car. We all piled into my car, and we were going to go back to Mississauga. I'm like super bad with directions. Anyone who knows me knows I'm like the worst driver ever. I'm bad with directions. I didn't have a GPS at that time. I know my way around Toronto. I knew where I needed to go, but it was like 3 a.m. at this point. I had been up since like 6 a.m. that morning. I was tired. Whatever. So anyway, a little side note, when the G20 was here, they made I think it was over a weekend, so they made laws just for that weekend. So if a cop came up to you and was like, I need to see your ID, you had to show it to them, or it was illegal. they were throwing people in like these makeshift jails that apparently were just like really bad. There's just like stupid laws that whole weekend. So, from where my brother lives, I had to take this road, and I think I realized not too far after we had left my brother's that I was going the wrong way. So I was like, oh shit. So I made a U-turn. So I see this cop car behind me. I'm like, fuck, dude. There's a cop behind me. He's got his lights on. I think it's for me. So everyone in the car is like, oh shit, like, just pull over. So I pull over, and when I pull over,
fucking cop cars.
I don't know when this happened, but sometime when I was pulled over, another cop car came. So at this point, it's like 3 in the morning. The road is pretty deserted, but there was like 3 cop cars with their lights on. It was just really embarrassing. So the cop comes up to my window, and like everyone in the car is like dressed up. Like it's not like we're in casual clothes. Like we're pretty dressed up because we just came from this after party. So security was also pretty tight that weekend. It was craziness. So anyway, so he comes up to my window and he's like, "Can I see your ID? Can I see your registration? Whatever." I give it to him and I'm like, "Why are you pulling me over?" Because I knew I'd done a U-turn, but U-turns are not illegal unless they're posted. There was nothing posted, like it was legal. So I knew I wasn't in the wrong. And he proceeds to tell me that I guess when I did a U-turn, it looked like I was coming out of somewhere that I actually wasn't, and whoever was down there was like throwing eggs off a bridge. And because when I did the U-turn, it looked like I'd come out of there, he thought it was us. I was like, oh, cool. So I was like, okay, well, it's not me. And he's like, whatever. And he walks away. I guess he was running my plate. I don't really know. I think my plate stickers were expired because, like I said, it was around my birthday. You have to renew your stickers at your birthday. So if they weren't expired, they were going to expire. And this is after midnight, so they probably were. So he comes back like half an hour later, whatever. And I was like, dude, like I wasn't throwing eggs off the bridge, like you can ask any of us. And I made the stupid decision of saying you can check my car, which gives him permission without a warranty to check my car. So he decides to pull us all out of the car and check my car. And at this point, there was now a 4th cruiser. It was a supervisor, so there was probably like 8 cops here. It literally looked like a drug bust. Thank God there was no one around. Anyway, they put the 3 of my friends off to the side and they pulled me aside. And like, have you been drinking? I was like, no, I've only had 1 drink. I'm not drunk, like, whatever. So they gave me the whole drunk test, like walk the straight line thing. They gave me a breathalyzer. My friends are over here waiting. My roommate looked terrified. My one friend decided that it would be a good idea to start screaming at the cop and saying F you, F this, like screw you, I pay taxes too. I'm very lucky he did not get arrested. He is very lucky he did not get arrested. We're all very lucky. And my best friend was just like shaking her head, just standing there. So anyway, they're giving me the like walk the straight line thing. They gave me a breathalyzer. We were probably pulled over for a good, I would say an hour at this point. And at this point it was like 4 a.m. I needed to be at work in like 4 hours. I wanted to be home 4 hours prior to this. It really sucked. I was thinking, what the fuck, Maria? Why are you doing this? Anyway, thanks for a good story time. Yeah, so my friend was like, F this, F that, F you, like, whatever. The cop was like, shut your friend up, he's gonna get arrested, blah, blah, blah. He needed to catch a flight the next day. He couldn't be arrested. So I was like, you need to be quiet. Like, just shut up. They searched my car. They literally, like, searched everything. They searched the purses that were in the car. They searched under the seats. Like, they searched everything. They didn't find anything. Obviously, they knew that it wasn't us. I passed the drunk test, whatever. We get back in the car. He charged me with expired stickers, which was probably true, and he also charged me with not having insurance, which I know I had insurance. I know it was up to date. It was in that little folder thing that you have, and I had my insurance, and then my ownership, I believe, was on top of it. My friend who was sitting in the passenger side told me he actually looked at it, and I guess he was embarrassed, or he knew that it wasn't us, and when he looked at it, he knew that it was valid, but decided to charge me anyway, whatever. So they charged me with that, gave me the tickets, whatever. They're like, be on your way. So that was fun. But after all this craziness, we ended up back at her house, got his shit, whatever he needed, and we left. And because she was on the west side of downtown, like where I was, it actually wasn't that, well, it was like half an hour, but it was still pretty, it wasn't extremely far, but it was far enough. At this point, it's like 4 a.m. and I just want to sleep. So we ended up, we got whatever he needed from her house. I think I got out of the car and I was like, dude, like, I'm so sorry about what happened tonight. Like, I'm so sorry. And he was just like, no, it's okay. So yeah, I was like, dude, like, so sorry. And he's like, no, it's fine, whatever. So we leave her house, we drive, we get back to their house, I drop him off, I'm like, and by the time I got home, it, like, just wasn't even worth sleeping. I think I got back, I think I had to work at 7, and I got home at, like, 6, and I was just like, there's no point. By the time I sleep for, like, 15, 20 minutes, I'm gonna have to be up, and I'm gonna be more tired than I already am, because it's just not worth it. So I was up for, like, 36 hours, 48 hours, I don't fucking know. I was up for a long ass time, and I actually fell asleep at work. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of leaned over on the table and closed my eyes and fell asleep. Woke up. I probably shouldn't be admitting this. So yeah, that happened. And okay, so I was just not editing, but like uploading this video, and I was showing some of it to my friend, and I messaged her before I did this video, and she didn't reply to me. And then after I showed her some of the clips from this, she's like, oh, did you mention this? And I was like, no, I forgot. I asked you. Anyway, as I was driving up this road the wrong way, I believe my roommate was in the passenger side, and then her and, like, my best friend and my other friend were in the back seat. And I completely forgot about this. I don't know if I had, like, post-it notes in my car or if she had them on her. I don't know. But she was drawing, like, dick pics on the post-it notes, and I think boobs and stuff. Like, just inappropriate pictures. And she's drawing them, like, the wrong way so that when you stuck it on the window you could see. But the thing is, I had tinted windows on my car, so you couldn't actually see them, and it was like 3 a.m. so it was dark anyway, so you couldn't really see them. But she's like, don't forget to point this out. I completely forgot. Like I said, she was drunk. She was just drawing stupid pictures. But the funny part of that was that even though the windows were tinted, when the cops came up, being all dramatic, they took their flashlights and, like, flashed it in my window, so they totally saw those drawings that she was doing. I just thought that was funny. She reminded me of that. Bye.